So we've got this corner here, got a plant, and my plan is to put in a box and that will grow some grass indoors for our cat. So my plan is to put together a box right here and actually build a shelf that this plant will fit on, and under that shelf we can mount a light which can plug into the outlet there so that the grass will have light to grow. Okay, so I have got some plans here that I've kind of sketched out. This is what my cat box is going to look like. So I want to make it 30 inches by 30 inches. I want a shelf 18 inches off the ground and 12 inches deep, and that will be enough to fit that plant that I showed. So I'm going to kind of hack this together and let you watch. Hopefully at the end of this I'll have something that looks kind of good. Stop set. Give me 30 inches. So I need two pieces that are 30 inches. So I'm labeling these to make sure I can keep track of all these things. So this is right, outside, and giving myself directions. Left outside up, back inside up, and front up. So I've decided I'm going to do box joints, so I cut myself a couple sample pieces. Now I don't have a box joint jig, but just measuring the joints that I want and drawing what I need to cut away and running it repeatedly over the table saw, I can get a pretty good cut here. So I'm really pleased with that, and I think it actually looks really nice. I will show you how I box these joints. Here's my box. I gotta decide how I want this to look. I like the front having the top here. So I've actually already got these perfectly measured out. This is a really good fit, so I'm actually just going to reuse this as my template. Should have that kind of way. Now I want to do the exact same with the other side of the front. And this is going to be the right outside. Now the front's going to be facing it like this, so I want to make sure that this part gets the other template. And I have marked where I need to cut these. So all I do is line this up and make sure that the marked out piece is over the hole and cut it through. So here I'm testing the fit of one of the box joints, and it doesn't quite fit perfectly. So I'm taking a note of where I need to cut just a little bit more off and back to the table saw. After that, I test the joint again, and it's fitting very nicely. Let's try the left outside. Well, that's not going to work so well. I've labeled the joints so that I can see D and D and an arrow so I can know where they fit up and confirm that they all fit nicely. So, let's see what the box looks like and what those joints look like. I've got a 1/2 inch plywood that's going to serve as a base here, and then I'm going to put this on top of that, glued to the wall, and then 18 inches off the ground, I want to have a shelf. So I just put the box joints in the top shelf part. Now I went and labeled them first. I labeled the connections like D to D. And that turned out to be a good idea because every time I completed 2 corners here of the same piece, I could immediately pick it up and check if it fit. And if it didn't, I could find the spot that didn't fit, and I could just immediately trim it rather than having to go and do that later. So, when you're cutting these, I recommend taking that approach. And I've also got the supports. So the next thing I need to do is just cut out the pieces of plywood that will serve as the shelves themselves. So the next thing I've done is I have set this to be 1/2 inch deep, which is the depth of the plywood that will be the base of the box. And I've set it to be 3/8 of an inch away from the fence here, including the width of the blade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run the pieces of wood like this, and then I'm going to flip these measurements and run it like this, and I'm going to cut out a little rabbet here that when I put these together, that's where the base will go, so that I can just glue the base on. Maybe. Okay, so here's my rabbet, so that the plywood will just fit right under there when these boxes are put together. Okay, so I have everything I need to glue it together. So let's get started. I have laid out everything in the order it's going. I got clamps kind of within reach, so well, let's do this. Oh no, my glue is like glued shut. That's not good. Ah, there we go. Got it. Oot. Okay, pour a little bit there. Get going. Alright. Well, this is glued overnight, so let's see how it looks. Banged my hand. It's not pleasant. Don't recommend it. What we've got. Square. Okay, so can go ahead and glue the top here. Okay, it turns out you have to have the camera set to record video before the record video button works. I just put it right over the outside edge. Now that's beautiful. There's a nice smooth rounded surface for the entryway into and out of the box, which that looks really nice. Might, once I sand these guys down, I might do the same here on these corners. I decided I'm going to round the top and bottom of the shelf too because I like the way it looks, and it's just going to give a very nice soft appearance to the entire shelf, the entire grass box, to go well with the softness of the grass in the box. And I've been trying to figure out how to mount the inside of the shelf and how to mount this thing correctly. So what I've decided to do, I'll kind of lift this up and show you, is I've put a few pieces down here, 1/4 inch and a little bit more. That's about the thickness that I want the everything between the shelf and the gap left over to be. I can just rest it down on that and it'll be the perfect height, because I'm going to glue my joints, my box joints, in my shelf here. Okey-doke. I feel like this is like a weapon or tool. Oh, concerned. Oh, I'm very concerned. I think I screwed something up. Because things aren't even. Oh God. That's very unfortunate. Oh dear. Here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to trim 1/4 inch off each of these 3 legs, and I'm going to glue a little wedge on the top here, tabletop can sit into, so that nobody will know what I did. So figure, based on the depth that I got here, just glue those here and here. Yeah, that'll do it. Sounds like it's been close. Come on. Okay. So I'm going to get this glue here on first. Fuse. Perfect. That'll work. And maybe a tool. So this is looking pretty good. I don't have it secured in yet. But what I think I'm going to do is just cut a few kind of feet like this off the end of some scrap that I've still got. I'm going to round over the edges here so it looks nice. Cut some of these feet and then just glue a couple of feet like this. So I picked up a little grow light from Home Depot. Little LED strips. It's really, really lightweight. Let's see how that goes. That's snug. Let's take it inside. I like it. I like it. And I'm just going to measure that like so and cover this about twice. I've got some exciting news. The grass is starting to sprout. Well, it is 1 week later, and the grass is coming in really nicely. You can see it's already, I don't know, 1.5 inches tall. Really, really nice. I'll need to fill in a few spots perhaps, but I'm very happy.